Hello, everybody. Welcome to the NSFW Cleveland podcast. I'm Chris Pott.
I'm John Armstrong.
I cut that out. I cut out where I tried to say hello and
Leave it.
they didn't see that part.
Don't fix it in post. Everybody needs to know why the energy is the way it is in this room.
As soon as I open my mouth, a loogie just awful.
How's life, Chris? How you doing, man?
It's good. It's I don't know if we record on the weekend, so it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And
we did our traditional podcast before the podcast.
Yeah.
So I was crying about being newly single and life not adjusting to my wants and needs.
But kind of are too, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about living alone.
Yeah.
Living alone is different.
Yeah, which I like. I thoroughly enjoy it. I get to, but I'm like going large amounts of time not talking, or I do talk actually. I talk to myself all the time, which is I don't know if that's weirder, but like I don't know. I just gotta make
you talk out loud about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I probably. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I couldn't really answer that definitively.
Yeah, but it's weird going long amounts of time not like talking completely and then like talking to somebody like and especially as a comic and a bartender, like you're like, I haven't talked all day, and then I just don't stop talking. That's why
that is a weird when you're like, I haven't said a word to anyone in 3 days.
Yeah,
out loud. Yeah, like on a weekend off of work or something when you live alone.
Yeah, it's wild, but it's a new normal. I like it. I enjoy it.
I just when I
am ravenously horny. Jesus Christ, does this go away?
No. In 2021, when it was the first time I'd lived alone, like ever. I think there was like a very 6 months after when I was getting divorced, but where were your kids? I'm a moron. I jumped right into the next thing, and so I've always lived with somebody until the last 5 years. And I had a roommate when I first moved out, but I still count that as living alone, because you're not like if you're both paying your part of the bills, there's nothing to talk about. Yeah, it's not like you. Yeah, because
when you're with a woman, like you're literally like sleeping together and sharing. Space. If it's just like somebody who's just like
in the next room over, and you don't like. It was a comic, Steve Mers, but
dude,
there would be weeks at a time where we didn't talk.
Wow.
We're like not because we out of anything other than like just adults in a living their lives, just using the same apartment.
I'm more like that now. I always tell people I don't do forced social interactions, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a maturity that y'all had at that young stage in life.
Yeah, because it's also not like, well, I've known the dude forever, and like we're friends and everything, but it's not like you don't when it's a roommate, you don't like if you're in a relationship living with somebody and you don't say goodbye to them or some shit, they think you're mad at them.
Yeah.
But if it's just a roommate, you're like, why are you talking to me before you leave?
Yeah. It's the difference between like me coming here and like we do the podcast and we talk, you know what I'm saying? But if I was like, hey, I need a place to crash, like we probably wouldn't say like, hey, where do you keep the spoons? And get regulated to that, just human instead of a back and forth banter. It's like, well, we'll do that out in the wild. We don't have to do that after I've secretly masturbated and I'm about to go take a shit. You have base level me right now.
Yeah. I also, what else I enjoyed about having a roommate was that you didn't like. There was never a time where like anyone just walked into my room. Like,
yeah,
if my door was closed, it was fucking closed.
Yeah.
And like that was the same. Like, you don't do that.
kind of a sibling energy. If you respect, once you respect your siblings.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that this is my space. Don't come in here. Like it's weird for you to come in here.
Well, and having like I had I raised kids and shit, and like kids they have no boundaries with their parents. They don't give a fuck what you're doing, what you're watching. You're not a person. You're a function.
Facilitator of money and shelter. Yeah, it's weird, but I enjoy living alone. It's so many. I've kind of reverted back to a bit of boyishness because I haven't lived alone in so long that I'm remembering kind of how I was when it's kind of like having my own like room. But it's like an apartment. But like when you were a kid and you just have your own room, it feels like that in a weird way. Like, but it's the whole place. And I'm trying to be better on myself because when I get sloppy, I can get sloppy. So I've been trying to keep.
Do you Yeah, it's a good time to like make rules for yourself too when there's like no one that will influence them. And once you have those in place, it's like the next person you meet, like you could just go, this is how my life is.
Yeah.
These are things I will and won't do.
Yeah.
Because you're not, because when you're
not that it was bad or anything, was whatever.
Well, if you were like me, like you like kind of was just moving in with people I barely knew like 3 or 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
And it just happened. It lasted for years and years and took up all of my adult life.
Yes, dude. I was with my kid's mom like
so
all
it's
my
not
20s.
It's not them, it's the situation, you know, like it's not that they're good or bad. They're all bad, but
yeah,
I was bad. I was not great either.
Red pill. Black pill.
Irregardless is not a word. Regardless.
Nice. Look at you going to black rooms. Irregardless. Simple fact.
Either way, it's still it's not them, it's the situation. It's just that you haven't let yourself develop certain things in between those.
Yeah,
those situations.
It's Schrodinger's room. Is it clean or is it dirty? Or is it clean because I'm interacting with somebody who's making me make it clean, or is it dirty because of my interaction with somebody is making me?
Well, that's what makes those relationships hard too. Is if you don't know, like the last 5 years I've spent alone have been like a lot of it's been me going, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I don't have these habits that I've been accused of having. Like left to my own devices.
Yeah, sometimes you get gaslighted and sometimes even subconsciously you can do negative stuff too as kind of a rebuke to whatever you feel like they're doing to you. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's especially if you're
like
codependent, which is usually why you would be moving that, like that.
Yeah, I can be messy, but I notice I get messier when I'm living with somebody who's a little more messy, just because if it's not going to be the perfect way I want it to look, then I just kind of stop caring.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just checked out.
Yeah.
I've always had like one corner of a room that was just my shit, which is like not a great way to live as an adult.
Yeah, trust me, I got a bunch of shit shoved in a few areas, but I'm chipping away at it.
You kind of it's almost like the whole house is theirs, and then you're just like cutting out your own little.
Oh yeah, well that's how I was in my old
spaces.
apartment, and the bathroom became mine because we had two bathrooms, and literally one was hers and one was mine.
My daughter lives with me now, and it's the same. It's just women just have like so much shit in the bathroom.
Yes.
You can't help but take over.
Yes. So like not having to.
Yeah. I got a stick of deodorant, a razor, and some shampoo.
I remember
I've got like 5 things in the bath that are mine.
One of my favorite apartments I had. I have 3 kids, and I remember my oldest, Antonio, was born. he's autistic, and then so after that, we were already young parents too. We had him. I was 22. She was like 11 or 12. No. No, I was 22. She was like 19, I guess.
Yeah, we were like 19 and 20.
Yeah, but it was like yeah, so it was 7 years because we were young parents, and then Antonio got diagnosed as autistic. So I was like, I don't want to have any more kids. This is a lot that what we're doing now. You know what I mean? And then I remember one time coming home, so I was still with my kid's mom, and I'll never forget. I was on my way home. This is back when I was a cook, and like I would hit her up on the way home, and then she was just like, "I love you," and like we told each other we loved each other, but the way she said it, I was like, "What?" She's like, "Nothing." I was like, "What?" And she's like, "We'll talk about it when you get home." I was like, "What?" And then so it made the most intense ride. Then I get home, and she's in the bathroom, and then I still remember she ran from the sink, and it was like a towel in the sink, and then I pulled the towel over, and it was a positive pregnancy test, and I freaked the fuck out. I was like, "What the fuck? I thought you was on the pill," and blah 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 blah. And she was like, "I was on the pill." I got mad.
I took some antibiotics and it messed it up.
I got mad. So I remember I ended up moving out and getting my own apartment, and that was the best. That was my favorite apartment I ever had because it was empty. All I had a chair and a TV in the living room, and then in my room it was a dresser, a bed, and a computer.
You're pretty much that meme that's like, men will live like this and think it's fine.
It was tremendous because the place was always clean. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I cook, but I never really like threw down in there. You know what I mean? And oh man, you got a little pussy in there.
I had
but yeah, I ended up moving back in with my kid's mom after the lease was up because my whole family came after me. It was like, John, you can't leave her when she's pregnant. I was like, I didn't leave her. I'm just breaking up with her. I'm like, she's literally doing shit that's affecting my life. You just can't. Oops. And then everybody's like, well, it's your job to wear a condom. If somebody says they're on the fucking pill, then I'm fucking. It's like me getting in your car and you're like, the fucking airbags work. I'm trusting the safety system that you told me was there. And then we get in the fucking accident. You go, oh, by the way, I sold the airbags a year ago. You should have worn your seatbelt. Fuck you. So many feelings are coming back.
I see that.
Re-explored my.
Well, I'm sure now you understand that your cum is your responsibility.
Yeah, it is.
You can't just believe everybody.
Yeah. What an idiot, dude.
That's why they were coming after you. They were like, "What are you, stupid?"
Yeah. Yeah, you believed a woman sexually. that was. Oh, not that I haven't been a lying piece of shit.
Not like she was necessarily lying, but maybe.
Yeah. And I ended up getting 3 beautiful kids, so it all worked out perfect.
You don't know if somebody's good at taking their meds or what, you know.
Yeah. So it all worked out in the end. I have these beautiful babies. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean I'm glad I have my kids.
Oh. It definitely made me a better person, and they're like, I don't want to. Well, they're not perfect, but they're like Jesus. They're like
way better people.
Man, like I gotta step my game. My daughter has a car. I don't have a car. They make me step my game up, dude. Yeah. Like they're amazing, man. Like, and just beautiful and sweet. Now they don't live with me, so I get the easy weekend daddy part of it. But still, and I can see their mischievousness. But I was an asshole when I was a teenager, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, at like almost every age with my kids, I've been like, I was such a. Like, how stupid was I? What was I?
I was such a piece of shit, dude.
And I just, like...
You don't understand me. I'm gonna go run the streets and just getting into shit. I didn't go to school. I got kicked out of school. I failed. I got into fights. Like, I used to steal. I used to go to jail. I used to get into some shit, Chris.
It kind of...
Just rebellious and dumb.
That was a weird thing because like I caught them drinking before and stuff like that, and when in their teens, and I was just like, I was doing meth by then, so I don't know how mad to get here. Like I think I'm doing a better job.
I don't. I'm fairly positive my girls aren't doing any drugs. I do remember though. One time, fucking dumb. I remember I went over to their house and just to drop something off, and we're in the backyard because I pulled the car up in the driveway, and I had got some weed earlier that day, and I had just shoved it in my back pocket, and I'm just talking to my daughter, and my big ass bag of weed fell out of my pocket, and my daughter, being the sweetheart she is, she was just talking to me. She's like, and she reached down and she just gave it to me, and then I just put it back in my pocket. No, neither one of us acknowledged it. But I was just like,
yeah, they know.
Yeah. Fucking
see,
angels, man. Just
my like my dad and uncles and shit, and like my mom's side too. They were always drinking at family functions. Like everybody was drunk all the time.
Yeah.
But my like generation, me and my brothers and cousins, we were always smoking weed at the we didn't drink in front of the kids. We were always behind the shed, smoking weed or pretty openly most of the time. And now it's legal, recreationally, technically.
I hid my weed smoking for years. I mean, they knew, but it was a thing of where just don't do it around the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They knew, which I would still sneak outside and smoke and shit. But yeah, they knew it was just.
People get so mad about that, like when kids know you're smoking weed, but then like our whole culture, American culture, is like Budweiser commercials with little cartoons on them.
Dude, I never forget.
It's so much worse for
Well, there's this shit that's normalized in culture that they don't even realize. It's so much of our society that's like that. That's why people's ears get I don't know, puckered up or whatever. I don't know what the word is for it. But when you talk about patriarchy and just rape culture, drinking culture, but it all is ingrained. And me and my cousin used to always talk about that. Like I remember, we used to watch Roseanne and shit like that. Poor whites. But no, but any sitcom, somebody would just come home. They would just reach in the refrigerator, get a beer, and just sit out, and then just have. And I used to always joke with my cousin can you imagine if they did that, but it was a joint, and nobody addresses the joint, you just come home, yeah, can you believe it, and then laugh track in the background and all this shit, but
that's how I made life for myself, because who gives a fuck? We're all gonna die.
Yeah,
that's the
well, not the billionaires. They got the secret sauce.
Oh yeah,
that's what these data centers are. They're making a whole.
They're downloading their. They're trying to make AI Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I mean they're doing something. They're not doing what they're telling us they're doing with these AI shit, because
they're monitoring. That's to monitor everything everybody does.
I know, but I still think they're doing more, because the amount of computing power that computers and even phones and all this have, and that can generate all this stuff, but you have football fields worth of. Do
you think they might be aliens in their
that is my theory. That is my fucking theory. You ever hear of Project Bluebeam?
No.
It's basically a psyop where the government fakes a alien invasion, and they're supposed to use some type of holographic type shit.
Oh, this is like Did you ever see The Watchmen or read The Watchmen?
Yeah.
They do it in that. There's a Twilight Zone episode where some alien thing attacks Earth and it brings all the countries together.
Yeah. Well, even Jules Verne, War of Worlds, when I was on the radio the first time and people freaked out. I think, so many people.
Well, I mean, alien invasions, but specifically the idea of it being like a conspiracy.
Yeah, to galvanize.
Being done to
that speech that Ronald Reagan did. If there was somebody outside of us and blah blah blah. But I think that because they keep trying to breadcrumb us this shit, they just released some other.
Is an alien.
They just released some more UFO shit, and we're like, at this point we don't give a fuck. Who cares? Anybody with a real brain knows that it's something else that lives out in the universe.
Dude, in the 80s or 90s, if somebody told you like, yeah, the government like they're gonna be releasing this stuff in 2025, you would think it would be earth shattering.
And it's not at all.
Even I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Are they pedophiles?
Yeah.
Are they fucking billionaire? Like, but now that you mention it,
they're lasering out cows' pussies and dumping them back in fields. They're doing something.
Now that you mention it, maybe that they are the same people.
Yeah, I think that it's something way more, because it's like, come on now. You have to build these in all your towns and make all your electricity bills go up and suck up all the water. Like that could be the alien thing. That could be the thing that galvanizes people, because a lot of these small towns in New Jersey and urban and rural areas, right here, Slavic Village, and in Ravenna. All these people have been against these data centers, and we've been getting small wins here and there, because everybody is collectively like rural, urban, black, white, rich, poor. Everybody's like, no,
we need water, you fucking idiots.
Whatever this thing is doing, if our level of technology stopped right now, that's fine. Because at this point, what more are we doing besides just finding out ways to fulfill our lust?
That's the thing is,
let's make an AI girlfriend, which is pedophile's way of let's make a child that you can legally do that shit to.
I don't know. They don't care either way.
But you know what I mean. Again, the normalization of it. It's the beer on the couch. Now it's right there. It's. What? That's my baby fuck now. like they're just normalizing the most abhorrent behavior.
It's really strange, because like how far can you even, like, we already can interact with, it's like video games. It's like, how much better can they get?
That's what I mean.
Like what is PlayStation 10 gonna, like, who cares?
It's like the new iPhone. Oh, now the picture looks okay.
Yeah.
Like I can't even tell at this point.
I was okay with pictures when they were just
yeah.
Those were fine.
Give me some film that looks degraded and has a grainy 70s, 80s look to it.
But also, I mean, how much faster can the internet be? Like, you just click, like, everything. There's no, like, our human perception of time is, like, not gonna catch up with how
it's like all projected images. It's like it's like pictures, per second. But yeah, at a certain point, your eye doesn't see a million pictures being flashed in front of you. You just see a fluid image moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like at a certain point, like we're splitting hairs.
Also, have you ever like when HD, like with HD TV and HD cameras and everything?
I'm a child.
Have you ever like been watching something on one of those TVs and it feels like the wall between reality and the idea that you're watching a TV show, where you just feel like you're just watching actors? Yeah. Where you can see it so well that you can see the seams in the set and stuff.
It looks
like
artificial.
That.
Yeah. The way it moves, the way they're talking, the way
Yeah, where it's like so good, it's like you're in the room with them. I don't want to be in the room with the Punisher.
Well, it gets kind of a different place in the uncanny valley. You know what I mean? It's
It's like you like, I can feel, like, I can see it. But in my head, I know there's like the end of the set is right next to the like.
It's like porn when they get too close on her pussy or asshole, and you're like, I can smell this. It's like, I'm experiencing too many senses. I just want to jerk off. Like, I can see crumbs on her butt.
Yeah, like, damn, this bitch went to rallies.
Yeah, like I never forget this one that grossed me out, dude. This girl, she was like giving this to her head, and then she spit on the camera. And like, I guess she must have just ate, so there's like salad, little green pieces. Yeah, dude. The spit, the cum, all that wasn't nasty. It was but the food.
Like, kind of regurgitating.
Yeah, and it was just like,
file.
yeah, and it just humanized her in a way, like, oh, she had a Caesar salad before she sucked on his dick. It's like, that is so gross. Like,
oh man.
Oh, I gotta get over my I missed my therapy session today, people. I'm in therapy because I'm trying to fix myself. I gotta.
Thank fucking God you're not like, I miss therapy, but this'll do.
Let's talk it out with the bros. It hasn't failed me yet. No, I gotta get over my sexual shit, man. I read this thing because I am ravenously horny all the time. But I did read this thing and it was saying like yeah, okay, maybe you got a high sex drive, but it was also saying that that's also a sign of emptiness. And I was like, oh, shit. It's a light bulb moment.
It?
Well, if it's a dopamine chase. It's just like me. It's like when you're kind of the way I smoke weed. Like when you're just chain smoking it, it's like yay to get the high and then ride it out and then come down. But when you're just it's like just 24/7. You ever know those guys?
Just smoking weed.
You ever know those guys who would be like, yeah, I smoke an ounce a day. Like, how is that even possible?
Why?
Like,
also, what for? You can only get so high without falling asleep.
Yeah, so I kind of get that with my overindulgence of wanting sex or just.
What do? Are you just over there gooning?
Oh, I masturbate a lot, dude. But I want to get to the point to where it's organic. Like, I gotta stop the porn. I don't think masturbating is bad, but just the porn is bad.
Yeah, you gotta put it down sometimes.
Yeah. So the goal is to do a complete purge, like, of all my dopamine chasing and see what that does to my brain.
Just for like a week.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it takes like more than that.
Well, I know, but I mean the Venn diagram of all the overlapping. I mean, single for the first time, living alone for the first time, no weed, no nicotine, no cigarettes, no sex, no alcohol. No masturbating. Like, oh my God, what my dopamine chasing self. I'm probably gonna spike up, and then I'm hoping I come like down and just kind of get the idle here, cause I idle up here.
Yeah.
So I know it's gonna initially be like but
have you looked into meditation at all?
Yeah, I actually used to when I first started doing comedy. I used to meditate because oh my America, Chris, I have bad anxiety, which I'm probably making worse through all my habits. That's the other thing. I'm hoping this brings my anxiety down. But when I first started doing stand-up, I would be so anxious and so out of my skin.
Oh, really? Before, like, on stage?
Yeah. Like, the whole day would kind of be ruined because, like, I would be so wound up before my set. And so I had to have, like, techniques to, like, I remember asking somebody, I was like, dude, does this ever go away? And it was some good advice. I forgot who said it, but he was like, no, but you kind of don't want it to, because the minute you do, that means you don't care. So it's like, just try to use the energy in a different way. You know what I mean? But I
don't think that's true. But I have been accused of I look too comfortable on stage, or like it looks like I don't give a shit.
You're the guy who's fallen asleep in pussy before. Just like, are you sleeping on me? You're supposed to enjoy yourself. I'm here too. No, yeah,
I'm tired sometimes.
There is a happy medium, but I do want to get back to meditating. But yeah, I did a few different ways. I would do just breathing, and then sometime I would try to listen to something, or then I would put on some type of shit like that. I did notice when I started running that was a form of meditation, because all meditation is just focusing on your breathing.
Yeah, it's breath work.
And that's literally because I twisted my knee earlier this week running, and like outside of the pain, like if you're out of shape or something like that, you can that's the only way I could beat myself up and make myself
just push through it.
Yeah. So yeah, meditation. I'm long.
When I first, like the first time I got interested in meditation, I had this like clench, like my jaw, like my whole life. Like this was like just clenched all the time.
You grind your teeth at
like,
night?
Yeah, I did. So much so that I have like an overbite. I've pushed some teeth out. Like I'm missing a couple. These are fake because it weakened them that much. But I
used to grind my teeth hard, and I would feel it in dreams, and I would feel like I was about to grind my teeth out. Like,
yeah, you have like dreams about teeth coming out.
Oh,
and stuff,
yeah. Those are bad omen dreams. I used to have dreams.
But I meditate meditation like is where I finally learned how to like relax all that, and I was like a different person after that. It was fucking weird. Yeah, it just.
Me and my friend Sean, we had this thing to where it was like a kind of a revelation, and I kind of use that in other parts of life. He was like, you ever been outside and it be cold as fuck, and you just be shivering and shivering and shivering to the point to then your body is hurting because you shivering so bad, and then you just stop yourself like, oh, what am I doing? And then you just stop.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah, and I realized, I was like, damn. And then I was shivering one time, and I noticed, and every time I do that, I just stop myself, and I've found that applicable to other like life situations. To like, basically, why am I having this overreaction to this stimulus?
Yeah.
It's like yes, react to stimulus, but don't do it to where it becomes discomfort at a certain point.
Yeah. I think that's something meditation helps with a lot, is like also just like your thoughts and like observing your thoughts and feelings instead of just having them.
Being mindful, yeah.
Where you're just like,
why do you?
What am I
this
so
way?
pissed about? What's really bothering me about this? And usually it's something dumb. And
I saw this thing on Instagram. This girl, she was like, "Are you horny or do you just have to pee?" She was talking to girls. I'm sure it feels a little different for them because they're hanging outside of them. But I just thought that was so funny. You know what I mean? Because even with me, my over sexualization of everything is like, are you horny, John, or do you just need a fucking hug?
Well,
both. Both.
I forget. I was gonna say something.
I think that's the other thing too. Like me being in serial like relationships, like as you know, women's sex drive with me goes away because I'm a piece of shit, I guess. But that's the other thing. I feel like I think my dick is trying to like just have makeup time, like you know what I'm saying? Like, you owe me this. Fucking pussy reparations.
I mean, that happens when you get single a lot. You just it's weird because like so much of it's connected to self-esteem and like just all this different shit that like you're sorting through. So
and then the thing too, like in this like journey I'm on. Even when you're with somebody, and it sucks to kind of learn this. I mean, I knew it, but like I read it a different way. But it's like, you know, men aren't entitled to women's bodies. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think I got like that in my head. Like if I was with somebody, like, well, we've been together before, you're mine. So it's like, and it's like, yeah but no.
Yeah, that doesn't mean right this minute.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It would be like if like I'll give you anything, but she was just always just like, give me some money. It's like, yeah, but not to try to compare, but you know, money to pussy, but you know, something that you highly value that the other person might not value as much.
Yeah.
Going through all the thoughts, meditation, and I keep putting it off because I keep forgetting. But I want to journal too. I gotta write some shit down. I gotta unpack.
When I was losing weight and when I like purposely losing weight, I realized most of the time when I thought I was hungry, I just hadn't had water.
Yeah.
I was actually thirsty, but your body reads all kinds of shit like in different weird ways, probably connected to, you know.
I do that with alcohol.
Something
I'll be it'll be at the end of the night and you want to get a drink and then I'll like slam like too much and it's like, John, drink water first. Don't drink this beer the way you drink a water, to where you ever have water like when you're super dehydrated and you can literally drink a gallon.
Yeah,
it's like I can't drink that much beer just because I have a small bladder, but I'll keep taking shots and stuff. So I'll make myself like eat or drink some water because it's like, no, you can't. This isn't sustenance. Like this is a big fat
just
headache.
Because it's calories doesn't mean it's I can't drink anymore without pounding water in between drinks, and like
I gotta get better with that. Well, that's the next thing. Like I said, I'm about to take a break. I got those mushrooms at home. I was gonna take them tonight. I might take them tomorrow. But this gonna be the beginning of the journey.
A dehydration headache or hangover headache, it's the worst headache there is.
Yeah.
It, like all up your neck, into your temples and shit.
I don't get headaches much, but I do get like tension like all in my back, and yeah. That's the other thing. Like you said, like your jaw was, I really do think like I got like some like my mental shit is starting to affect me physically. And that's the thing too, getting older. It's like, all right, John, you getting too old for this shit. Like you can't, it literally kill you, you know what I mean? Like I had like a knot and like spasm that would go all through my back, and I remember feeling it come around and being paranoid. I was like, if this thing gets to my heart, dude, like, like seriously, it was like a phantom thing floating through my body, and I could feel it. It would be under my shoulder blade, it'd be under here. I get a really bad crook in my neck, but it's all.
But even like stress,
I was like, oh shit,
like stress physically, like manifests physically, like in stomach issues and shit like that, dude, and all kinds of different.
I'm IBS'd out over here. It's time for healing, America. I need to heal.
It's fucking it's impossible.
Yeah, it's a what is it? Raking leaves on a windy day. Like, like you can try to corral it a little bit, but
there's just shit you can't do as you get older, and shit you never should have done, really.
Yeah,
because that also, like, you start to feel all that shit. Now I'm like, God damn. Take a deep breath. Sometimes I'm like, all the shit I snorted over the years and things.
I never did hard drugs. That was one of the good things of growing up in the crack era in the ghetto in Cleveland. I saw so much shit of what drugs did to people. That shit freaked me the fuck out. Plus, all my friends ended up being drug dealers too, so it was very taboo, you know, that don't get high on our own supply. All we did was like weed and alcohol. And even back then, I didn't used to drink that much. It was just weed. And I remember when I moved to the suburbs and like the white kids, when they would be doing, even before it was coke, when they would be doing acid and shit, that shit freaked me out, dude.
Everybody was doing it where I lived, and I just didn't.
White kids loved drugs, dude.
In like the small town that I like where I lived in, like the like trailer park culture and shit is like, it's just what everyone does.
Yeah.
You just don't. And when you think of other kinds of people out there, it's like what, some fucking faggy college boy that doesn't do drugs, or like, that kind of, it's just like that mentality. That's
like what's the alternative? To be like some small piece of shit.
Some jackass suburban yuppie. Like, we're not rich kids around here. We smoke weed and drink beer, and it's just
that was one of the weird things. Like when I moved from like the hood to the suburbs, it was the amount of drugs that them kids did, and drinking and smoking cigarettes. Like I'm like, y'all are like middle-aged men. Like everybody just smoked cigarettes. All these white people I was around. But then too, this might be where some of my sexual weird hang-ups come from. But like those like white kids were so like free with sex. Like and like being black coming from the 90s, it was way more conservative. People was fucking, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't. it wasn't talked about. It was, and then like, oh, this is a friend circle, and oh, so and so used to hook up with so and so and so. Niggas didn't do that. Now things might have changed. I'm older now, you know what I mean, and I do.
Are you
notice,
sure you weren't just a nerd?
No, I was. Well, I was for a period of time, and
one just didn't tell you.
Well, here's the other thing.
Because I've heard rap.
You ever see the? Not my rap. You ever see the movie American Me? With Edward James Olmos, he's a dude. He gets locked up. He goes to the Mexican mafia. So he gets locked up in juvie, and then they bond him out over into adult jail. So he spent his juvenile years, and so he basically had never been with a woman. So then he gets out, and he's trying to navigate, and this is funny scene of him fucking her, and like, and him just doing it all wrong, and then he flips her over and tries to fuck her in the ass. Like, I wasn't to that extreme, but I will say I noticed, like, because I told you, like, I started getting in trouble. My friends was getting shipped off to juvie and stuff like that. So I grew up quick in like a poor way, and then getting into crime and stuff like that. But like girls was later, because then that was the other thing that happened. One of my friends ended up getting murdered, and then the other two were off in juvie and jail. So then I was like by myself. And then I moved to, then I was in the suburbs. I'm out in Aurora with these rich kids, and I'm just like by myself. And so all this shit's go. Wow, this is therapy. But so I had this thing of like being ahead in certain ways, because I didn't drop out, but I stopped going to school, and then I got my GED. So I was done with school by the time I was 17. I had seen a bunch of shit and done a bunch of shit. But then I didn't go to school, and I didn't, outside of like this one girlfriend I had, I didn't really socialize like that. So it was a certain amount of my socialization that was very retarded. Yeah. In the clinical sense of retarded, like slowed down. I had the
same. I dropped out and shit.
Yeah.
I ended up getting my GED later.
So when I got to the suburbs and I saw these kids like doing all these drugs, and just the way their sexual circles and things were, it was a lot for me. Because I was like, I'm used to I done got shot at. I done seen some shit, but I ain't never seen this shit. I ain't never seen. I remember
I had a similar when we moved from Georgia, from like white trash Georgia. We lived like out in East Lake, like in the suburbs. Yeah. And I tried to go to school at Willoughby South, and it was like almost the same thing, where it was like I'd been doing meth and everything else, but like I wasn't like a get laid kind of teenage. I was gross. Yeah, I was dirty and on drugs, and that was weird. And then the fact that they were doing, probably there was some acid and stuff, but when I was like, do you guys know where to get some meth? They're like, what the fuck, dude? And this was like,
take your dirty ass back to Georgia.
I was 17 or 18, and I tried to go back to school. So I was like, should have been in 12th grade, and I was in 9th grade classes. So those were the kids in the suburbs I was meeting were also like, noticeably younger than me at the time. And
that's funny, dude.
Yeah,
I remember one of my friends when he started doing coke, and then I was like, and he was like, what's wrong with it? And I was like, no, I just like, my friends used to sell that, and I was like, I seen it. He was like, no, this isn't crack, man. And we had like this back and forth argument, because he was talking, poor black people do crack. This is cocaine. I was like, dude, this is the only thing that's different is the crack is actually stepped on. It's fucking it's more stepped on, and it's just rocked up and you smoke it. So it's
yeah,
like eating weed versus smoking it.
There's something about it.
Delivery mechanism.
I was gonna say there's something about it that makes it more addictive, but I don't think that's really necessary.
I mean, ish, but again, because you smoke it, you know what I mean.
It's somehow,
and
I
it
think
leaves
that's
you
the part
it leaves you a little quicker. But of course, it's also just a stigma of this is what niggas do. You know what I'm saying? And cocaine back in the day, it was the rich man's drug, so it always had that.
I feel like physically, it has a harsher physical impact somehow. But
I've never done either one.
Yeah.
But either way,
I've done both.
Either way, we got into it with that, and it was like And yeah, it was just some of those things of just getting used to different social and cultural norms. You know what I mean?
I think it is. I don't know. Because I've seen both crackheads and cokeheads operate, and it does feel like with crack, it's more like I have to get this.
Yeah.
And with coke, it's like a party thing where they're like, it would be nice to get this. But there's definitely cokeheads that are like, I have to.
Oh yeah,
this,
but again, it's the delivery system, and it's even like they talk about this. Now I've never done heroin, but they talk about this with heroin. Like that's why if you sniff heroin, it's not as addictive as if you inject it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
So I think it's the sniffing only gets you such a, you know what I mean? It's only going to get you, but you like sucking that shit down in your lungs, and I mean that's one of the reasons cigarettes are so fucking addictive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, they say the gauge of how addictive a drug is how quickly it uploads and comes out. And which is why nicotine is so at the top, because you instantly get it, but it's gone really quick, which is why you need another cigarette. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why like psychedelics are little to no addiction at all, because it takes so long to load it, and then you're up here.
Well,
and
also,
then, you know what I mean? It's just hard to abuse a drug like that.
So with LSD, if you do it like 2 days in a row, the second day it doesn't do anything. You have to wait like at least a week in between. And if you do it every week, which like I did for like a whole off and on for about a year and a half, if you're doing it like every 7 days, it becomes like it's like you still have the same thing, but it's just going through the motions.
Yeah.
It's just like I got.
It's like weed and masturbating with me now. It's like I could, like I could do this while spinning.
I started getting headaches, like bad headaches from doing it so much.
I remember one of the white girls she used to tell me I used to work with, because she would tell me about acid, and she's like, "That's from the strychnine when it's cut with strychnine." I was like, "Why would you?" That was one of those 90s.
I think that's one of those
90s rumors,
urban legend rumor things.
Yeah, because I used to hear that a lot, but I never, it was never confirmed.
There's different kinds too. There's different processes for making it too. If you, blotter.
Yeah, I was living out in Aurora, and the place they used to always talk about was going to Nelson's Ledges. I still have never been there, but
I've never been there either.
But dude, we're going to the Ledges, man. We're going to the Ledges. Either that or somebody had a campsite. Yeah. Because this is like Portage County, so most of those people live
that's
like. Dude, we're going out to my dad's campsite. I will say
that's one of those white people things where I'm like, can you guys calm down? Like, at least you're not wearing hoods, but like, you're doing too much.
I will say in my Aurora days, my late teens, I did start liking some of those. Now after a while, it got very white, and white people it was white, but like. But white people were mask off. I remember this girl that I was cool with. Her brother thought I was fucking her, and he fucking ran me off the road and tried to beat me with a pipe.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. She had to come up. No, what are you doing? She called me the next day.
God damn.
Yeah. Racism be real, dude. But either way, one of the things I did like is like when I was out in the road, like, because everybody was just lived out in the middle of nowhere. So just being in the middle of nowhere and a big ass bonfire at night, and you could like see all the stars in the sky. I didn't know you could see all the stars in the sky. I was like, those were there the whole time, like because you're just way away from the city. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know city light did that much. Yeah, like I didn't know what light pollution was back then. But yeah, just being out in the middle, because that was the first time I did mushrooms actually. And I was hanging with this one girl who was super cool. It was the girl whose brother tried to beat the shit out of me. But we was real cool, and we used to smoke and shit all the time. But those were nice, those nighttime bonfires. I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. There's good times that, like, depending on the people.
But the racism comes out
inevitably.
Like, and then being black, driving on these long country roads, I used to always get like followed and harassed by the police. And then like it was just, and thank God back then I didn't really drink. And that was one of the reasons, because I used to get pulled over so fucking much. It just wasn't worth it.
Inevitably, with that brand of white people, that like hippie bonfire type, somebody, at least two in a group of like 10 or 15, at least 2 of those girls have bipolar disorder, and like they're really cool right now, but wait till tomorrow. Like there's always you gotta
and then just guys being insecure, period. But if you're like, you know, the black friend, and then you know how girls are, like with like the black dude's the novelty, so you know what I mean. And then the white guys can feel the girl's energy towards me, so then they're looking at me like I'm trying to. And back then I wasn't really, not that I'm fucking with white girls now, but I really was like, I remember it was a few girls who was on. I was like, I just couldn't see myself fucking like with a white girl. I was like, plus I always had like this kind of, I don't know, kind of nerdy, whatever the fuck. So I was like, I don't want to complete the black guy who dates white girl kid thing. I
don't want to do the Gambino trifecta.
Yeah, dude. I was just like, I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, so I was pushing back from it. But then after a while, then working in restaurants, it was just like, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll fuck you. No, it was just again. It was I don't know what it was, because I guess I don't have a point of reference, and I didn't have a normal like teenage, like high school or college or something like that, to where then I just started working in restaurants, and then you start noticing hookup culture and stuff like that. And again, it was different because when I was still, at the time, I was still going back to the hood and being around my friend who still stayed in my old neighborhood, and then I would go over, you know, family's house who still lived in the hood too. And again, we were still like drinking and smoking and fucking, but it was just a different energy. Like white people was just, it was just some hippie shit. And it was like, that was when I learned the words, because I remember when somebody first asked me if I partied, and I was like, yeah, I go to parties, and he's asking if I do blow or something like that. I didn't know that. And
that means something different depending on what kind of white guy is asking.
Well, the whites that I was around, they were talking about like coke
and stuff.
And then and then when I would talk to girls, and they were like, dating, and I didn't know dating meant fucking.
I still don't know if that's...
Well, the girls I was around, that's what they were insinuating. But it took me a minute to get that, because, again, I'm like, I've been on dates where... And then, like, you can see the glaze over there. They're like, no, I want to suck your dick, chocolate man. Like, I'm all stupid. Like, when should I pick you up for Applebee's? Like,
I think now...
Chris, just an idiot I was.
I think now the parlance is seeing each other. Yeah. If you're not, and then when you're dating is like you're actually, like a couple.
Yeah, because the dating evolved to hooking up.
They just started saying hook up. Yeah, for a while there.
Yeah, but that whole thing was like wow. Like,
that is. Have you noticed that doing comedy that your lingo get like? I've said things on stage in front of like a younger like don't tell crowd or where was I at? One of the comedy festival crowds, like these people were like all like early 20s, and they did not understand any of my references. And also I've had younger comics try to bust my balls. Like I called somebody a bunch of goons one time, and they're like, that's not what gooning is. And I was like, I know there's a new but like, you can still understand context.
That's why that Grandpa Simpson thing was like, I was once cool, but then in one day it's gonna happen a year.
That's gotten aimed at younger and younger people though. Yeah, like you're obsolete. Like with internet culture maybe, and how fast shit moves now, it's like you're obsolete at.
But that's the thing. Not to be old man yelling at cloud, but that's the thing. I will always go back to this. That's so frustrating about young people now is like they don't know shit, and we're old and unk and OG, but this generation has more information readily available at their fingertips than anybody else in human history, and they just don't care to know. It's like we didn't know more shit because more shit was going on. It was less shit going on. Maybe that's why we knew more shit.
I don't think it's that they don't care to know. They've never had to know because they can just look it up.
Yeah. The cookie jar theory. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't need to keep all that shit in their brain. If they ever get interested, they can just go find it.
Wow. Mind blown. That makes sense. Yeah. Wow.
They can offload and just leave it open on a window if they in their pocket if they need to look at it.
Coasting in the 50. This is weird, man. It's really weird. I mean, thank God, knock on wood, I still feel the same as I feel like a kid. Like, thank God. I mean, I don't want to feel old. My knee feels old. No,
they have an external hard drive for your brain now, and that's why they don't have to get in. They don't need
the old nobody knows any phone numbers.
Yeah.
Because
why would you? And if you think about it in terms of like if you're like 20 years old right now, that would be like you going in like 2000 and just watching 80s sitcoms, but like not, which you probably did because they were just on reruns all the time. But if you had like more options than that,
I know, I get it.
Why would you? You would never would have been moved to do that.
I get it. Yeah. Sorry, young America. I didn't mean to unk you out. I don't know.
I've fought against that like as hard as I can getting older of like I fucking hated it when I was in my 20s and like dudes in their 40s and 50s would be like, oh, you don't know nothing about that.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about that. No, I don't.
Or be like, oh, these kids these days, it's like, first of all, you raised us. Like, that was the whole point of that song, that Suicidal Tendency songs where he's like, all I wanted was a Pepsi, just one. You don't know this.
I might know if I heard it, but
it's a big Gen X, like, punk song that was about, like, I went to your institutions, your churches, and I turned out like this.
Yeah.
So these are people that culturally should know that. So I've always, like, had, like, felt like that was...
Yeah, I try to be like that because, like, that argument of, oh, you ride down the street and nobody's out playing and everybody's just on their phone. It's like, well, if the cell phones existed when we were kids, we would have been on them too.
Yeah,
it's not like they have a genetic predisposition to staring at a screen. It's just like, and our shit was video games. Remember that shit? You can't be on these video games. You're on them too long, blah, blah. And then their shit was TV, and then their parents' shit was the fucking radio. Everybody thought when this new thing.
See, I'm hearing that argument with AI now, but I think it's extremely different.
Oh yeah. Well, AI for one, I will die on this hill probably because a robot kills me. But it's not artificial intelligence. It's a learned language model. So it's digital colonization. They vacuumed up all this shit on the internet and paid nobody, and they're regurgitating it back to you in one way or another, whether it's writing a script or making a cartoon or making music. It doesn't make anything. It just has enough computing power to take a grain of this from everything that exists and then retooling it into something else, but it didn't make anything.
Here's my data center hot take. I think it's really just a matter of them collecting all the data on everyone. Because I think if you look at all every policy this administration comes up with is aimed at decreasing the population. Every like, let's remove Medicare, let's make Medicare harder to get, let's make the food stamps harder to get, DEI,
oops, Hanavirus. We just steered the ship towards New Jersey for some reason.
Blowing up boats, like they're just wild.
It's just flagrant.
He's got Pete Hegseth out here just wildly blowing up anything he wants to blow up. Well. And then bragging about killing people and leaving them for dead, floating on a fucking life raft. You know,
Speaking
Iran.
of drugs, fucking Cash Patel and Marco Rubio, dude, they're having a tough go of it, dude. Oh
like
man,
with each other.
No, just like all these. I saw this montage of just Marco Rubio just sniffling and having cocaine jaw, and Cash Patel is just, you know, they say he's been drinking so much they have to like knock down his door and shit like that. But you know, it lets you know at least these people aren't. We talked about this. They're not true sociopaths. They're just trying to live up to a sociopath. It's like the only ones who are made for it are really Trump and Stephen Miller and Hexef to a point.
Yeah, the guys with no conscience.
Yeah. The other ones have to medicate themselves to at least try to do it. That's why they're like that.
Hey, have you watched The Boys at all?
Oh, so that's why, like, when you had it there, I was trying not to watch because I'm only up to episode 3 or 4
of this season.
Yeah.
So this isn't, but the character of Ashley, like the PR girl that like does all their running around and shit and has to manage all of them, like that's Marco Rubio right there. The one that knows it's fucked up, but they just think they want this power and money. And
I like her. She's got like that ugly, cute white girl look,
like a pit bull thing.
Yeah, dude, like Sarah J. Like I like a ugly, cute white girl, dude. She's got those big old eyes. Like she fucks with intent.
Yeah, this is a pretty weird season for her.
Yeah.
Vice president, but
hey, stop. No, I knew that.
They started the season with that. You said episode 3. I know what not to say.
I know. Yeah. The Boys.
This is the craziest show and the most hardcore, obvious satire that no one understood for the first 3 seasons. They didn't get mad until it was like so obvious.
Just so in your face, like, wait
a minute, is Homelander Trump? What are they saying here?
Well, I mean, we all know this, but like, you know, they were talking about just, you know, having a conservative state of mind, and all these things are attached to lower cognition and the smaller malignular, whatever this thing part is of your brain. But like, and not to you know get them off the hook for how they are, but like, it's just literally people who thrive in ignorance, who defer to authority. You know what I mean? Who just get joy out of you know what I mean? And just it's sad. It's sad, but that's sad too. Like you still, I mean, and that's the paradox too, because the more people know, the more they know that they don't know. But then the less you know, the more you think you got shit figured out. That's why those type of people tend to cling to their guns.
Yeah, that's why they say shit like, "Oh, it's pretty fucking simple. XY chromosome, XY chromosome." And
which that isn't even true all the time. You can look like and that's the thing. It's like you can look like a boy but really be a girl, vice versa. I mean, sexuality, I used to hate when I would hear this because it sounds kind of, you know, libby or whatever, but sexuality is a spectrum, dude. It just is. It really is.
Gender is. I mean, they both are.
Yeah. Gender. That's what I meant. But it's this cultural box that we put this in. Because that's the other thing. Like when you start really learning history, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that guy was gay, and he used to do," you know what I mean? Or this person used to dress up like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and that's why the conservatives now are in all this book burning and reshaping the history, because it lets them do the thing of, no, it was like this and you guys are making it weird. It's like, no, this is all, these people have always existed, and you all have just changed history to fit your shitty paradigm.
There were there were trans people that, like, they were among the first people that Hitler had taken out.
Yeah, we were talking about this because Germany was so advanced. They had the first surgeries there. Yeah.
I mean, even like I don't they think these things are all full of shit, but it's the fucked up part is, like, even in like these weird like Egyptian alien, you know, conspiracies, like the belief is they had like a super advanced society way back then.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's really. It probably was. Like I think it's always been somewhat advanced in ways that we just don't.
Yeah.
And don't know and aren't obvious from
cyclical.
like physical objects that were left behind. But I think.
Dude, I'll go down an ancient Egypt rabbit hole. Like it's way older than they think it was. They have way better technology than people think they were. Yeah, human beings, like, we've had this brain for 200,000 plus years.
Yeah.
So the arrogance to think that we were the only ones to figure some shit out.
Yeah, we're just because ours is on a glass screen.
Yeah.
On a TV or.
And even
like
then,
monitor.
I mean, maybe because they're starting to find out, like, whatever they were doing, it was they knew something about harmonic resonance and shit like that, and things like that. So it's like it's like the Industrial Revolution starting off with a combustion engine and steam. But what if somebody just found a different way and then they went in this direction, and we went with like steam and fire, they went with like vibration or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you keep going and you keep advancing, and eventually you're standing on the shoulders of the giants of your time, and we're standing on the shoulders of the giants of our time. You know what I'm saying? It's a very arrogant human thing. It's like as a guy, to bring this full circle with my low self-esteem. It's like when you think you're the first guy to make a woman come or something like that. It's like we're all doing the same things. You know what I mean? Like there's you have a unique experience and you don't at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like how you see shit on the internet and you realize like none of us had a unique childhood when they show like you put the pin through your skin like this, or you walk and you draw this, or that S symbol that everybody did, or just all this shit that none of us talked about, but we all inherently as humans just do because it's just in there, and it's gonna come out
because it's just in the zeitgeist.
Yeah. Long story short, you choose to be gay.
I don't think that is the point.
I just saw this dude on Instagram, and he was on the radio, and he's arguing with this like Trumpy type person. They were talking about that like gayness and stuff, and he was like, "You think it's a choice?" He's like, "Yeah, I think it's a choice." And the dude was like, "Of course, it's not a choice." He's like, "Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Are you gay? No." I'm straight. It's like, well, since it's a choice, choose to be gay just for 10 seconds. I can't because I'm straight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, it's just your body doesn't just react to what you choose. Like, you can't just choose that. That's why there's like rape. Like, those are people that are like, that's their thing. And I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying that there's a whole range of things that humans can be. And I mean, look how many there's 7 billion on the planet right now. So I think it's like 7 or 8 billion. Like, of course, why do you expect, or why would you even want, even if people were making these choices, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Well, the thing that's infuriating.
That's the thing that I hate the most about that, like, people choose to be gay argument is like, who? Then it's still their choice. Like, who gives a fuck? Why? Like,
the thing I hate about it is just it's very juvenile, and it just ignores your own sexuality. And I think it to that point, I think a lot of people who think that because they are trying to choose to be straight.
Yes, that's the only way you can come to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Like, if you follow the logic, it's the only way that you can. If you're
choosing to be straight, so
if you think people can choose that, you are choosing that.
Yeah.
You are choosing to ignore how much you want the cock.
Yeah. that meme. It says. When dudes be out here like, I'm out here battling demons, and the whole time they just get I'm out here battling demons. It's
you
like,
don't even know the struggles. I struggle to choose women every day.
Right. That's exactly what that is. Choosing women is a struggle.
Yeah, and then like the people that think you can just electrocute it out of people. The conversion therapy and shit.
That's so fucking stupid, dude. Yeah, that's somebody was talking about that, and it was like how people was like, oh, I don't see why this trans thing is a big deal, and somebody was like, it's a big deal because at the heart of it is your autonomy as a human being, as a sovereign person. Like if they can fuck with that, then you don't have anything.
Yeah, I mean that's what most people aren't understanding. Is like we have to hold that line even if we don't like what the next person is doing with their sovereignty, if it's not hurting anyone else. But then they try to make the argument.
If you can't be fundamentally who you are, then what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
even if that is something that's a mess or wrong to you and your stupid fuck religion, like you can't do that. That's the gateway into doing that to everyone.
Yeah.
You don't pick as like a government or a controlling religion or entity. You don't pick things everybody loves and go, hey, stop doing that.
Let's get this thing over in the fringes there, and then we'll slowly pull that thread until fascism slowly becomes a circular firing squad. That circle gets smaller and smaller, and then let's fuck everybody.
Bondi getting fired, like all these people get fired.
Yeah. Well, they're lambs to the slaughter. That's what they're there for. With them just gutting the Voting Rights Act, I've been seeing on my black social media spaces, everybody's like, "Where are all those black Republicans? Where'd they go?"
Yeah.
First, it was funny because even when he first got reelected, Trump, all these people who were Tim Scott and all these ass kissers, like none of them got positions in the White House.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they've just been quieter and quieter. Candace Owens conveniently had her Charlie Kirk excuse to get out of the hive. You know what I mean? The same as white MAGA people too.
There's not a single.
No, this dude is this is the most overtly racist president in my lifetime.
The DEI is the thing they put in front of it, but that was to fire. They fired all these black generals in the army, and
black women have lost a record number of jobs. Yeah, it's really, really bad, dude.
Yeah.
So come to Crowbar Third Thursdays. That's going to be this Thursday.
I'm doing that next month,
the 21st.
This month?
Yeah.
Am I on this month?
Yeah, this week. Chris Paul's going to be there.
On this week?
Maybe if he. I don't know. I guess not. Maybe not. But
I thought it was no. Okay, I know what I'm doing in June. I remember now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The 21st.
I'm going to continue on my healing journey.
I'll tell some jokes
and stop chasing dopamine in every way I can. My lungs are horny now. Horny for that weed smoke. My liver's horny for a margarita.
Yeah, I think you don't have to quit everything at once. You gotta do it in phases.
I wonder what that would do to me.
To cut one thing at a time?
No, all at once. All my dopamine chasing.
I mean, I can't
even stop my leg movement. I don't know. Like I don't.
I don't think that's a healthy way to do something like that.
Yeah, it's like a crash diet.
Yeah.
Like you're hurting your body more.
Also, maybe they're not all problems.
I like you, Chris. I like you, man.
Maybe just drinking and maybe you can still smoke weed, but just.
Well, yeah. The drinking is as I've been doing way too much of that, and then even the smoking weed, I was getting better. I wasn't smoking blunts, but I've got back to blunts just because I love nicotine. But if I could just go, because I noticed when I just smoke joints, I'm literally that old man. A few hits and I put it out. Come home, few hits. Put it out.
Yeah, when I roll a blunt, especially if I'm by myself, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I finish it all because I was raised not to waste it.
Yeah. And like if I got something to drink there, it's just peas and carrots. It's just God.
Yeah, you smoke it with
So yeah, bring myself down to base level
with a coffee.
Write some jokes down. Write some thoughts down. Do some box breathing.
Yeah. Follow us on the gram, on the Instagram at Chris E. Paw
and John Armstrong Comedy.
Come back next week. Subscribe. Make sure you're subscribing. And
like,
shit.
share,
interact.
and subscribe. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get in the comments like, hey, these guys complain about the same shit every week.
The only comment we've ever gotten was some guy goes, "This shit is boring." I just said thank you for listening.
Right? Hey, interaction, man.
Whatever.
That's what it's all about.
I just assume that they hate our politics when we get comments like that.
I guess
That's probably.
I don't know. Again, like, yeah. Ooh, red flag is when a woman asks where your politics are. A red flag is when you don't want to talk about politics. That's the red flag.
Yeah.
It's like somebody, like, why do you keep complaining that it smells musty? I'm well, probably because you're the one who stinks. Till next week, America.
Yep.